pre-video memo I'm going to put here. Shut up.
I got my red dress on tonight, dancing.
Put you up like you ain't been cool. Show your ass how to really catch a move. Well, give me your number and I'll call.
Go AJ. Go AJ. That boy can get down though. Is he the baby with the hot dad?
Gather we play by the seaside.
Yep. All right, let's get to the freaking show. I'm AlexClark, and I sound like Miley Cyrus after she smokes 10 packs of cigarettes. And this is POPlitics. I don't particularly like giving you bad news right off the bat on a Monday, like it's a new dawn, a new day. But let me introduce you to Justin Shames. I have no idea who this man's is. He's just a tweeter, and he wants you to know that he's not upset about Bill and Melinda, rightfully. But he made a very solid point on Twitter when he said that if anything happens to Ina Garten and her husband Jeffrey, we're all screwed.
You know something? You're right.
But then this guy comments, they are sweet, but their traditional marriage is not anything I need to preserve or uphold at all costs. The gender roles Ina and Jeffrey have are pretty clear. She cooks, he eats.
I hate that guy.
I have a crazy idea. Hear me out. What if we only see Ina doing the cooking because she's the host of the cooking show?
You just blew my mind.
Also, if you ever actually watch Barefoot Contessa, Jeffrey has absolutely stopped by to help make something before, or she's talked about things that he enjoys cooking. You know what is so garbage? The progressive left hates gender roles so much that they literally come up with new roles that females and males have to follow, right? Like girls can't like traditional girl things and guys can't like traditional guy things. Well, I have news for you. Those are also gender roles. You just created new ones.
We win! Group hug in the shower tonight!
And have you even tried Ina's gender roles? They're incredible. I think Costco sells some good store-bought ones if you aren't a great chef.
Why don't you have a piece of bread and maybe you'll calm down a little?
By the way, can we just talk about how I didn't even think about this? I happen to wear an Ina Garten shirt today for this episode. I love my mind. There is nothing more anti-feminist than telling a woman she can't do what she loves to do just because you don't like it. The person who wrote that tweet sounds like a little rat, and I don't mean ratatouille.
You are just like a rat, jumping around the corner looking for a food. Very jealous.
Okay, this next story is like unlocking a memory you forgot existed.
Millennials, who are they? What do they want? A millennial can be defined as anyone born between 1982 and 2000, or anyone who thinks loving sriracha or Austin, Texas counts as a personality.
Remember Ryan Sheckler? He was this kid skateboard prodigy who got his own MTV reality show called Life of Ryan in the early 2000s.
Are you ready to meet skateboarding's newest superstar, Ryan Sheckler?
He was stupid hot, and I'm saying that as someone who was around the same age as him at the time. Like, every girl I knew had a major crush on this guy, and he was unbelievably talented. Well, he's 31 now, and says in a new interview that filming that show for MTV borderline traumatized him.
They had you break up with your girlfriends a couple of occasions on camera?
Yeah. You know, this, and that was definitely the last straws for me, was like, because that's already a very intimate piece of your life that you don't want really people to know about or to see. So we break up once, and then cameras are on, we break up again, cut. Now the mood's really awkward. And then, you know, they come over to me and they're like, hey, that wasn't enough. We need to do it again. And so that's where the show became acting, and it became like this thing where it was like, this is not what we signed up for, and this is not what it started out as. Like, it broke my heart, dude. It broke my heart, and it like, I don't know, it borderline traumatized me. I didn't get into a relationship after the show until I was 25 years old.
Why?
Because I didn't want to have to go through a breakup again. I have a heart, man, and I have very strong emotions, and I do not like hurting people's feelings. I do not. And so to blatantly have to hurt people's feelings over and over again for the sake of television, for ratings, literally, not rocked me.
Poor guy. It seems like that show seriously did screw him up. Hopefully he's doing better now. He does look completely different though. I mean, he's got his hair buzzed, which I don't know if I'm really a fan of. His flippy brown hair was just iconic. Bring it back, Ryan.
Sports!
Ryan Sheckler doesn't know that I can skateboard too.
Be a hero, bling, blow, ooh, change on skateboard P, bling, blow, ooh, change on skateboard P.
Authorities are saying now that Josh Duggar had over 200 pornographic pictures of children on his work computer. Some pictures had children as young as a few months old, and authorities say that they were the worst they've ever seen. He had some kind of Christian software installed for porn addiction called Covenant Eyes that was supposed to alert his wife Anna at home of everything bad that he searched online, but he was using something else to hide his internet search history, so she had no idea. The judge let him go on bail and told him he can be around his immediate kids if Anna is there, but he has to stay the night with a family friend. He also was told to avoid birthday parties or church or anything else that would involve children for the time being besides his own. I'm wondering if this means investigators have already done like a forensic interview with their kids and determined that he didn't abuse his own kids, because I'm also getting more and more nervous that Anna hasn't left yet. I guess she had to give the judge the okay for him to allow Josh to be around the kids in the first place, so I mean, what's your bet on her staying?
Get out. Sorry, man.
Okay.
Get out!
We have a conservacy. We have a conservacy. I can't scream. Conservacy. That's conservative emergency. I can't get high with my voice right now. The streets are telling me the Chick-fil-A got rid of their large shakes. It's a conservacy! And that you can only get a 5-piece nugget kids meal right now, not a 4 or 6-piece. Is this true? Do we need to call the police? I know there has to be a resident CUTEservative Chick-fil-A team member in this family. Show yourself. Give it to us straight. Do we need to take riot lessons from Antifa? What's the deal?
Closed on Sunday. You're my Chick-fil-A. You're my number one with the lemonade.
All right, time for a little pop quiz. Kyra Bowlby says, do you have any advice on how to deal with mean girls? And do you have any experiences with mean girls? I do have experience with mean girls. First of all, I do now. It's never stopped, especially now being a public figure. I have mean girls saying stuff to me every single day. But I definitely went through that in high school. When I was a freshman, I was bullied the entire year by girls that were in the junior class. And they were super, super awful to me, like yelling stuff at me in the hallway, running into me on purpose in the hallway, all this stuff. It was so bad. But I think it's funny now because a lot of them have ended up becoming conservative and they all follow me and tell me like, it's so cool to like see what you're doing and all this stuff. And I'm like, I remember you. Do you not remember me? And you know, I'm not ever really like super nice back to them. I kind of just ignore them. But you know, those types of people, if you're dealing with that in school, it always comes around. And then, you know, you grow up and you have a fantastic life and a fantastic job and you look freaking great and they can't stand it. And we love to see it.
I'm sorry that people are so jealous of me. But I can't help it that I'm popular.
Darby Pollute. What is your favorite NFL team or favorite sports team? It was the Patriots for a long time because Tom Brady was on that team and Julian Edelman and Gronk. It was like the whole gang of hot, cool guys together. Now I feel sort of homeless. Like I don't know what team I'm supposed to like because everybody split up. So what do you sports-servatives think is the perfect team for me to start supporting? Like what team suits me?
So sad for my team and me. I'm such a big supporter.
Glow Stick wants to know, who are your fashion inspirations? Biggest 2021 fashion no, and something that will always be timeless. Okay, always timeless. Like a khaki colored trench coat, like that's always timeless. That never goes out of style. Everyone should have some kind of trench coat. Fashion inspirations. I hate the like fashion inspiration question. I've always done my own thing. When I was in middle school and high school, I always dressed different than everybody else. I remember walking into, well, this was elementary school, but I remember the first day of 4th grade, I walked to my elementary school and everyone made fun of me because I had on, I was just dressed so nice. Like I had a tweed skirt, a tweed matching blazer, and I had knee-high heeled black boots on. It was like a whole Mary-Kate and Ashley getup. And everybody was just like, why are you wearing that? Like they just hadn't seen any other kid their age dressed like that. Then when I went into middle school and high school, I thought I was gonna go into fashion. So I just always kind of looked at what, you know, supermodels were doing, which was really big when I was growing up. And then now it's really like certain fashion bloggers and stuff is who I really like. I think a big 2021 fashion don't. I've seen a few people dabble in the straight across bang thing. Don't do that. Don't ever do it. Bangs are never in. They're never a good idea. They're always a mistake. no banks.
You look like your head fell on the cheese dip back in 1957.
Erica says best conservative states/cities to travel to. She's looking to travel. She wants to support state economies that promote freedom and no mask mandates and that are safe. I mean, obviously, like Texas and Florida right now, those are the two biggest places, like completely free, conservative governors. We love to see it. Arizona's pretty good right now. I really hate our governor. I don't like Ducey, but mask mandates are over, so it's just up to individual businesses at this point. But I would say Florida is a great bet right now. Like, if you're looking to travel, like, why not go to a state that has a beach? Right now, Arizona is just hot as heck, and there is no water.
I'm baking like a toasted cheese here. It's so hot here.
If you have a pop quiz question, you can submit them to me to answer on the link in our bio. I answer those every single Monday. Now, we gotta start this week off on the right foot. Do me a huge favor. Please like this episode right now. Did you remember Ryan Sheckler? Or are you too young to know who he is? I'm curious. Also, give me insight on this Chick-fil-A change. I need to know if this is real. Share this episode to your stories and then ask your followers if they know anything about this Chick-fil-A rumor and hit that save button. A lot of you have asked, like, well, what does that do? Why do I need to hit the save button? No one knows. The Instagram algorithm just likes it. So when a bunch of people are hitting the save button, our show shows up in more people's feeds. Who knows? P.S. We got 69,000 followers now. Kind of sexy. We're back tomorrow at 4 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Pacific. It's pop culture without the propaganda every single day. I'm AlexClark, and this is POPlitics. Click below to watch yesterday's episode. Please subscribe, thumbs up, share this video, and ring the bell for notifications so you never miss the CUTEservative. And make sure you're following this show at POPlitics on Instagram for even more CUTEservative content.